Teacups, it's your girl Monica. Welcome back to the All About the Tea Experience. Joining me this evening is my co-host Wiley of the Wiley Show. Hey, Wiley.
Hey, it's good to be back.
I'm loving that background.
Thank you.
Very, very nice. It looks like a chalet
Yeah,
in Denver, Colorado. Is that the chalet?
I don't. I just love the piano. I really love the piano. I love the background. Yeah.
It's beautiful, beautiful grand piano. I love the fireplace, the stone. Very nice, very warm and inviting, Wiley.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. All right, teacups. First and foremost, please like and share this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I need you to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you're already subscribed to the channel, go on and bang that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the piping hot tea that we serve on this channel. Teacups. On the agenda tonight, we are talking TI and Tiny drama update. Oh, goodness, this is so sad to report. There are some teenage male victims now accusing R. Kelly of the R word, molestation. Prosecutors are preparing to present that when he goes to trial in New York. And Dr. Dre, I'm going to give you guys an update on the divorce that I couldn't do on Thursday because we ran out of time. But before I dive into the tea, let's go ahead and do the roll call, shall we? Yeah. Yeah.
Roll call, it's a roll call. Tune in and let us know what's up with y'all. We want to hear what you got to say. Teacups, turn them up, what you sipping on today. Roll call, it's a roll call.
All right, V. Baker, welcome. Naturally Page, hey boo, you're here every night. How are you? Tawana to Inspire TV, hey my love. Eureka Leaper, Lola, I think this is Lullaby Baby or Lullaby M, hey boo. Thelma DeVoe Jolly, welcome. T. Ness, Salt and Pepper. Natural, I know that's right. T Ness, Ice Queen, or is it Leo Queen? Welcome, welcome. Angie B. Let me see who else we got in the building tonight. Fun to be blonde, Dukes. Shout out to you guys and all the mods. Shantae Elba. Hey Shantae, how you doing, boo? Let me see who else. One Honey Cooler. I know that's right. Okay. Iconic Intercessor. Welcome. Let me see who else we got in the building tonight. Lady Webbs. I see you. All right. KRS. Welcome. Just the Tea, please. I love that name. It gets me every time. Beverly Lattimore. Hey, Beverly. How you doing this evening? Leandra. I see you. What grandma thinks about it. All right, let's just go ahead and dive into the tea. Let's dive into it. Did you enjoy the live earlier today, by the way?
I did.
That was fun, wasn't it?
It really was. It really was fun.
Yeah, I really, Amir and Buffy are just amazing. Classy, classy, classy bunch. Okay, y'all. So rapper The Baby performed at Rolling Out, which for those that don't know is a multi-day music festival that they hold annually. And this year it was in Miami. And The Baby, the rapper, decided to spark some controversy by insulting gays, especially those with HIV and AIDS, which to me, I don't understand why he did that. Why did he do that, Wally?
Well, okay, listen. I just felt like he was venting. He was having a moment. I didn't take offense of it at all. I don't put these celebrities on pedestals that if they say something, I'm ready to cancel. I actually listened to a lot of the Baby records before, when I was working out today. So he's very attractive, but he said something very stupid. The only thing the Baby should have did was apologize. It is so simple. He went live. He went on his Instagram story. He was explaining all this crazy stuff. Didn't make any sense. Then he went into another blogger platform, said he have nothing against the LGBT. He said it all the way wrong. It's LGBTQ. So all he had to do was just apologize, donate some money, and just move on.
I don't understand for the life of me why he made these comments, these homophobic comments, just so unnecessary. I mean, he already has the buy-in from everybody. The gay community likes him and accepts him. Why did he do that? I don't
It's just like
understand.
when T.S. Madison, shout out to T.S. Madison, when she said
Mhm.
that Boosie had AIDS, that she think that Boosie had AIDS back in 2015.
Mm.
Shout out to all hiphop.com reported on it. But no one called her out and called her straight phobic. But I think that when someone that is from the heterosexual community, we automatically want to put these labels. And he just said something stupid. I don't think he should be canceled. I just think that he should have just apologized. But where is that energy when gay people say the F word, the S word, or when they say, "Oh, girl, you cook," meaning that you have the A? So where's the
Oh.
outrage with that? I just feel like we're just giving so much energy and Amber Rose, when did you become an activist? Okay, girl,
Oh,
sit down somewhere.
please.
Have several seats. And Bobby Lights, you busted wide open with no condom. You busted
Oh.
wide open with no condom, and you sit here and now you want to talk about against the baby? Like I don't. I just saw. This is just unfortunately just outrage, fake outrage. I want to say.
Well, let me share what he had to say, and I'll let you know first because I have the quote, and then I'll play the video. And
Okay.
I quote, "Ladies, if your PUSSY smell like water, put your cell phone lighter up. Fellas, if you ain't sucking the D in the parking lot, put your cell phone lighter up."
Well, I knew I wanted to be able to put my cell phone lighter up because I do a lot of sucking. I get into a sucking mode. I get into urge. I take a break and I get into a sucking mode. Definitely with that. So I want to be able to put my. But another thing he said, if your punani smells like water, I mean, hey, I had a share of punani and I never said, "Oh, girl, this tastes like water." But anywho, I don't know. Maybe he got some type of money, a type of women they all. Maybe I deal with a lot of fishy girls. I don't know. But but he still was sexy to me. He was glistening, that chocolate skin. I was turned on all the way. So I had to rewind the tape, and I'm like, okay, he should apologize. He's still attracted to me in chocolate. And the way he be talking about beating it up. Oh my gosh. I'm in love.
Wiley, did you say you get into a sucking mode?
Yes.
Wiley. Oh my God. Right. And if you are smelling fishy, you have to go to a doctor. There's something wrong because the vagina shouldn't smell like that. It really shouldn't. You need to go to a doctor and get some medication for that, antibiotics. It should be, but if there's, every woman does have a scent, but it shouldn't be a fishy scent. I mean, I don't know about water. Yeah, Wiley.
I never knew about water. Like, oh my God.
Water.
Next time I'm thirsty, I'm going to tell my girl, hey, come over here so I can drink some of your punani water and put it on the market.
I never heard it described as water, but hey, who knows? Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen and play this video so everyone can see for themselves what he had to say. Oh, goodness gracious. Done got himself in trouble. Let me update some stuff. Poor baby. But I don't think he should be canceled. Absolutely not. I don't believe in cancel culture. I mean, that's ridiculous. But I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that make you die 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone like that up. Lady, if your smell like water, put a cell phone like that up. Fellas,
Lights up.
fellas, if you ain't sucking in the parking lot, put your cell phone like that
Let's be
up.
real about this.
Yeah, keep it real.
Some of y'all suspect as a bum. Let's be real.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that make you die 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone like that up. Lady, if your smell like water.
All right, you did you hear that?
I did. I was just so focused on that glitz. Did you see how he was walking away with the fitted cap and the sweat? Okay.
He's a good-looking young man, but he's just really, really short. And yeah. No matter how good-looking they are, when they're short, it's like, no offense to the short people out there, or the short men, but yeah, okay. So he got a lot of backlash. T.S. Madison, like you said, shout out to T.S. Madison. She chimed in and she pretty much dragged him, called him homophobic, called him all kinds of names. And then T.I., T.I., a.k.a. What they used to call him, Clifford Cosby. I shouldn't joke like that. I shouldn't joke like that. Allegedly. T.I. jumped into the fray, and let me pull up what he had to say, because he defended the baby. And by doing so, he got dragged terribly. Ooh, girl, they went after him. Okay, so let me share my screen so everyone can see it. All right. Y'all see that?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Hair. Okay.
Yeah. He's going through some things.
Ain't nothing in the world gonna make me hate nobody just because they do something different in the bedroom than I do. Ain't none of my business. Ain't none of my business. Zero. Give a damn what you doing. Your genitalia, you period. I don't give a damn. I can't. Who asked me? Who asked you? Ask me. Feel like you can goddamn get on here and goddamn express your opinions and say what you want to say, but because people are celebrities, they just supposed to share. What's wrong with you? I mean, it's just not realistic. But like I said, man, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect, like, look, for Lil Nas X and Frank Ocean, you know what I mean? Step out there and live their truth. Honest with themselves. You dig? A lot of people out there hiding your truth. And that. Ain't nothing in the world gonna make me hate. Can't make nobody homophobic because just because I am proud of what I am, don't make me hate what you are. Period. Period, bro. You know what I mean? You can't get it, bro. Ain't no way to tangle and twist that. Ain't no hate. Ain't no hate in that, bro. If I'm proud to be black, that don't make me hate you because you white. If I'm proud to be a man, that don't make me hate you because you a woman. Period. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, the Lil Nas X, the performances and video, man, I got a lot of respect for bro because, like I said, he had the courage to live his. It ain't for me. It just ain't for me. I ain't got no bit of looking at it. I just can't look at it. It ain't for me, right? But I feel the same way, and I don't want my children seeing it either. I don't want my children seeing it. You know what I mean? Because their minds haven't developed to the you can't make nobody homophobic because their minds haven't developed to the place where they can wrap their minds around those type of experience and those types of visual presentations and know how to sort it out within their perception. You did? But I feel the same way about the WAP video. I actually enjoyed the WAP video a little bit better, but I still feel the same way. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. But if you're going to have the WAP video, you're going to damn sure have the Lil Nas X video. And if you're going to have the Lil Nas X video and him living his truth, you're going to damn sure have people like the baby who going to speak their truth. And it ain't nothing wrong with none of it. It ain't got to be no hate. It's all honesty. It's all honesty. Everybody living in their truth. And if you can live in your truth and be honest with yourself and present yourself to the world as you are, then I got to respect that. Period. So I want everybody, man, to be peaceful, prosperous, live in your truth, be honest with yourself, because their minds haven't developed to the place where they can wrap their minds around those type of experience and those types of visual presentations and know how to sort it out within their perception. You did? But I feel the same way about the WAP video.
Okay, I think I went through everything. Oh, this is what Amber Rose chimed in. And she said, what in the homophobia? Y'all are so mad that Lil Nas X is effing winning. To be this homophobic feels like they are battling something internally. This is not equality. This is hatred, period. I'm an activist first. Activist of what? Anyway. Girl. Cut it, activist of selling the panani. I mean, what are you an activist of? What? I'm an activist first and foremost. This is why I started my sidewalk for hoes or whatever the march that she does, for everyone to come and feel comfortable in their own skin. This perpetuates hate and violence. I stand with the LGBTQ community. We should all feel safe at a concert, no matter what our status is, who we love or who we want to give head to. And that's what T.I. had said. If Lil Nas X can kick his ish in peace, so should the baby. Equality. All right. So, goodness gracious, Wiley. Oh, my goodness.
And I am a fan and a supporter of freedom of speech. But you have to be clear. The LGBT community, I'm a part of that community, but I feel like we can say what we want to say, but as soon as the straight person clap back, we immediately say you homophobic. So I just say keep the same energy for everybody. Period. At the end of the day, keep that same energy. And the baby, I guarantee that he's learning that when it comes to the LGBT community, maybe too. Let me just say this. Lil Nas X came out with a video and it was trending worldwide. Maybe the baby said, let me just say some crap to go viral and just dominate the news cycle. Because wasn't nobody really talking about him like that. I thought originally, Monica, we was going to talk about how he brought out Tory Lanez and to get back at, Megan Thee Stallion. But he came out with those comments. Maybe he just did that where people can just talk about him and so he can get some clicks and views. And some streams.
Probably. I'm starting to feel that way, but his talent is enough. His talent is enough. We don't need all that extra stuff.
Absolutely not. But these hip hop people be watching. Okay, Lil Nas X up there got some antics. So let me just go ahead out here. Some of your punani smell like water. Put your lighters up. I'm like, oh my gosh. But but he, like you said, he's extremely talented. He don't need to do this at all. And then also too, he have a persona. He like women. He like to beat it up. So he don't want to make people think like he's with the gay stuff. And he's just not with it. And that's okay. Everybody's not going to be with what you are. And that's just how it is.
Yeah. I found the comments a little disturbing, uncalled for, unnecessary.
It was random.
Very. But like you said, he probably was looking for his Lil Nas X moment too. He wanted to trend. He wanted to go viral. And sure enough, that's what he did. And same thing with T.I. I think T.I. is inserting himself in this thing as well. And T.I. has enough problems to worry about.
Right, because one thing is with T.I., when did you have a gay person on your label, a black gay male? Okay, how many openly gay people work in your staff? So everybody comes say, like, let's be real. Don't be about it. Don't just talk about it. Be about it. And why do you have your wife looking a hot mess in that? You know what? I could just go on and on and on. She looked disgusting.
Did you see those photos?
I did, and I almost threw up. And I'm like, what happens to her body? That when you do all that plastic surgery trying to please your man, it did absolutely nothing for her. She looked disgusting.
When you're being accused of sexual assault and you being accused of being a husband and wife pimp team, you probably shouldn't put out photos like that. No,
you need to be wearing a choir robe or a long skirt, fully dressed, going into somebody's church and being a minister of music. But she came out. It just looked really nasty, and you could just really tell T.I. And did you catch what he said? I like the WAP video better. Yeah, he want him a little piece of Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. He likes the according to court documents and accusations from victims, they like doing the multiple sex party thing. Here, let me share my screen. Let me show. And this is a trigger warning, okay? Warning, not safe for work photos. Look at that. Oh my God. How scary is that? That's some scary shit. Did you see the sores in the corner of his mouth?
I did see the sores.
Poor thing. Oh, goodness. Yeah, this is not very flattering. And then they dropped another video of him simulating banging her from the back. Did you see that? Oh.
I can imagine he probably don't want to see her face no more. Look at that face. Just zoom into the face. I hit it from the back too. Like, look.
Oh my goodness gracious. Can y'all see?
Oh my gosh.
What is she smoking? What is that?
I have no idea.
This is just nasty. Very nasty. And let me get it off the screen. Let me get it out of here. Oh, child, that was a bit much. So yeah, those two where I left off on that case, the tiandtiny case, is that authorities in California were investigating it. So it's an open investigation.
And they're trying their best to clean it up. They're the happy couple. We like each other only. We don't do twos and threesomes. And it's just so forced. And what they can do is join an organization and actually help the community to get the fire off of them. It's so much they can do. But what they're doing now, she's not that desirable. Now, if she was beautiful, thick, chocolate, all good, I'd be good. I'd be like, yes.
It's not working for you. So you don't like that. You don't like that. You don't like what she's giving.
It's too much plastic, and it's so sad because she was beautiful before the plastic surgery, before all of the work.
Yeah, she was. She really was. And she's beautiful now. Just maybe not on the inside, if the allegations are true. T-Ness, thank you so much for the super chat. Woo, child, not the sores. Yeah. Did you see those sores on the side of his mouth, like the herpes sores, allegedly? That's what it kind of looked like when he was doing that video. I was in the hair and everything. I was so turned off. Herpes simplex 1, allegedly. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. I'm not saying that's what he had, but that's what it looked like, Oh, goodness gracious. And they're talking about he don't want his kids to see all that stuff. But what about when the kids read the court documents and go on the internet and read about the things that him and his wife are being accused of doing?
Yes, you're right about that.
The audacity. Jay Dizzle, what up? He says, you never show your face, Monica? Absolutely, I never do, boo. And it's not going to happen. Is the video blurry for anyone else?
Oh, it's not blurry on mine.
It's not blurry for me either. Yeah. Okay, so moving on to R. Kelly. Oh, goodness gracious. R. Kelly. Such a disappointment. So sad and tragic, his story, huh? So prosecutors, the one in New York now, are saying these are additional charges. They're indicting him on additional federal sex trafficking and racketeering charges. Prosecutors are seeking to admit additional evidence, but not charges, of sexual abuse against the singer, accusations of bribery, witness tampering, and also sexual molestation of teenage boys that he used to meet up with at McDonald's. I'm not making this up. This is in court documents, Wiley.
Yes, yeah.
Prosecutors stated that R. Kelly later invited the aspiring singer to his Chicago studio, and according to the Associated Press, asked a 17-year-old male what he would do to make it in the music business. R. Kelly propositioned and had sexual contact with the then teen while he was still underage. Goodness gracious. The teen also offered to reach out, with Kelly's approval, to a friend he claimed had on the jury of R. Kelly's child pornography trial in 2008, but prosecutors didn't say whether contact was made. That teen later introduced Kelly to a similarly underage boy friend, another male friend, with Kelly and the friend having sexual relationship a few years later, according to court documents. If permitted by the judge, these victims would serve as witnesses during the Brooklyn trial. This is getting even uglier. What are your thoughts, Wiley?
Well, again, this case, because it was another article where in Brooklyn, I think the judge had to tell R. Kelly lawyers, stop addressing these women as girls, they are women. And so, but with these new allegations, we don't know the age, because it even went so deep about him watching porn videos and wanted, watch underage porn videos. And the sites that they were given, it's a fact that you have to be 18 and older to be on there. So how would you just single out R. Kelly watching those certain tapes when millions of people visit Pornhub, X Video, et cetera, et cetera. So with this, I just hope that we can get this trial live streamed. You know what I'm saying? So we can hear it in real time. I'm not shocked. I've heard these rumors for years that R. Kelly was bi. My mother took me by the the McDonald's that R. Kelly would used to hang out with. So for years, especially in Chicago, we have talked about this for years. So I'm not shocked. He really need the help. He just need the help. And if these allegations are true, he do not need to be on the street. But let me say on the record, I still would be stepping in the name of love. I still want to be singing "I Believe I Can Fly." I'm not gonna never stop listening to R. Kelly music because he's a genius as that. But as a man, I definitely will not have my teenage daughters or teenage sons to be around him.
Absolutely not. I won't have any of my kids, the boys or the girls around him.
All the words, absolutely.
Yeah. The age of consent in Illinois is 17, but from reading these documents, it's saying that this 17-year-old also brought another male friend and teenage friend, and that age of that person hasn't been disclosed.
Right. And see, what I'm saying is because it's the age of consent 17. And what I'm trying to see, if that's consent, how was the other victims and what time frame is they giving this? I won't listen. I will not be shocked if R. Kelly get off. I just will not be shocked because there's so much stuff that has been said. I've heard that he was offered deals and he have refused. And that was the same thing with Bill Cosby, where he was offered to get out and he refused and said he was innocent. So I will not be shocked if R. Kelly beat this, because I think that they only charge this man is because of a documentary. They pressure people. The DA, Kim Foxx in Chicago, said, come on, victims, call the number, call the number. I do not believe that they will get a guilty verdict in this and with this situation. I don't believe it. I would have to see it to believe it.
Comment in the chat if you've been following the R. Kelly case. Do you believe he's guilty or not guilty? Do you believe that he may get off on some technicalities like the last time? I personally believe that he's guilty. And I think that there's enough evidence that he won't see the day of sunlight outside of a jail cell ever again.
Well, we said that about Bill Cosby.
I didn't.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of folks that said that about Mr. Cosby. Right. Oh, he will never see the light of day. And then the brother, even though he's blind and can't hardly see, and you have to have a nurse around 24/7, he's out free. So I just want to see the trial. I just want to see what the prosecutor, what evidence do they have and what witnesses that they have. Because I'm assuming everybody else is adults, they're grown. So I'm just going to see how their testimony is going to play out.
That makes sense. Channel members, you do have the link on the backstage, and I also dropped it in the chat. So go on and grab that and call in. Oh, this is just such a messy case. And there's so many victims, so many stories, Wiley.
It is so many stories. But again, in a court of law, can you prove that he violates these people? And my thing is this, it's just for me, it would be sad if he just only go to jail and everybody else that helped them is out free. Because they helped this man. This man couldn't read. He couldn't write. Couldn't complete any sentences. That's what he said. So how in the world can he get away with all of this? Where was the label? Where were, the people that he was signed with it? You mean to tell me they're not going to go down as well? The whole system that kept him need to go down. That upheld him, that financed him, that knew he was doing this, buying the plane tickets, getting the hotel room, they need to go down as well.
Complicit, collusion. I mean, they can bring them up on so many charges. Absolutely. It's disgusting, though, how they help that man with girls visibly underage. Some of these girls just look so young. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So
wasn't one of them 12 years old?
Absolutely. It was 12. And then another one was like, I think 14. So
that's
yeah.
A baby. That reminds me, speaking of a 12-year-old, I read an article of a couple that showed up at the hospital. The young lady was pregnant, 9 months, 12 years old, and the baby daddy was 24 years old, and they were acting like everything was normal. They arrested the baby daddy promptly. But
11 years old.
12, getting ready to give birth. And the two of them acting like it was perfectly normal. They had pictures of their baby shower, and they were smiling and grinning. Obviously, adults also helped them along to facilitate their relationship.
Yeah.
Insane.
Really?
Oh, what is this world coming to, child? This is crazy. All right, Dr. Dre and Nicole Young, the divorce update everybody's been waiting on. So there's been a significant development in the highly contentious divorce between Dr. Dre and his soon-to-be ex-wife, Nicole Young. Oh my goodness. A judge ruled last week that Dr. Dre has been ordered to pay his ex nearly $300,000 per month in spousal support, which roughly equates to about 3.2 million a year. I'm going to quote the judge's words from the court documents. And I quote, the support order is consistent with what he has already been paying since the initial separation. It is a fraction of the $2 million per month Nicole and her lawyers demanded. So he got off. He should be happy.
He did. That's when you have paperwork in order and have a good legal team. And I think, and she's blessed to get that. That's a lot of money to get too per month. Oh my gosh. I wish I had that deal.
According to her, that's nothing. She says she spends about in excess of $1 million a month.
Well, she's greedy. She's greedy. You can live on that. Come on now.
You think so though, in California?
Yeah, she can't. Well, she can move. She don't have to stay in California. She can move somewhere else that's cheaper, you know. And then also too, I heard that she can't get remarried or she can't get a relationship. Is that true?
She can be in a relationship, but she can't get remarried.
Okay.
She can date, yeah. So she can sleep around and sleep with whoever she wants, but she can't. Girl, don't get married. Don't do it.
Either. Absolutely not.
Yeah. So no, he made off like a bandit. That's an amazing deal. $300K a month. That's nothing. That's a drop in the hat.
Yep, compared to how much revenue Dr. Dre get per month and yearly, what he get from all of his deals. So that's absolutely. And the thing is, she claimed that he was abusive. You know what I'm saying? It's so sad that she had to take that abuse, and now to only have to get a divorce, and she's not getting what she wanted, which was more money.
Yeah. So this was from a statement Nicole made to the court, and it says, I quote, I have also offered extensive and painful testimony about Andre's relentless campaign of abuse and control over me for more than half of my life. It is misleading, revolting, and insulting for Andre to suggest that I have not been abused because as a victim of relentless abuse and isolation, I did not create and maintain what does it say? A record of abuse inflicted on me.
But she was the only one that had claimed abuse. What was that? Miss Chalet? Is that her name? That did a whole movie, and she was abused by him as well. So, and you see how he had that brain aneurysm. Thank God he survived it. But karma don't miss nobody.
That's true. Yep. Miss Chalet is his baby mama and ex-girlfriend, and he beat her merciless. He just beat the crap out of her all the time. And also Dee Barnes. Remember Dee Barnes was a hip hop reporter that he kicked or something and beat her up. She sued and got money.
Yeah, and I remember that they talked about that. Yes.
Very sad.
Absolutely.
He's abusive. Allegedly. He seems like an abusive man, if you ask me. Goodness gracious. Let me go ahead and add Gemini's song. Gemini, you ready to come on?
You could tell. Oh my gosh. Don't beat nobody. Keep your hands to yourself.
Hey, Gemini.
Hey, how you doing, Monica? Hey, Wiley. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay.
Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to do that, sweetheart.
Oh, it's okay. So let me keep this quick. So for what's going on with the baby, an anti-LGBT status thing has been pretty common within the hip hop scene for a while. So my issue with what he said, besides it being completely way too random, a little too exact, like that's a really exact example to play.
I know.
But it was linking the people with HIV and AIDS and mixing them into the LGBT community. There are a lot of Black people who live with HIV and AIDS, and to continue that stigma, I think, encourages people to not get tested and not get treated. And unfortunately, Black women disproportionately are still being affected by new HIV infection. So the kind of, just for seemingly no reason to make those kind of comments, I was like, okay. Moving right along to Ti. I don't know what Ti was talking about because, like, my friend, her sister's daughter, my friend, her sister has a house not far from one of Ti's houses,
Mhm.
and her niece and King go to school together, and
Oh.
King been running around the school asking all kinds of girls for, um,
Mm.
time.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like, okay, Ti, you don't want your kids seeing that, but I believe on his show he's had plenty of women who, shall we say, may not have been the most wholesome to be around his children on his show. So it was kind of like, Ti, why are you even involved in this right now? And then the pictures with him and Tiny in the bikini. Now, I know 30 is a new 40, 40 is a new whatever, 50 is a new
Right.
40, whatever, whatever, whatever. There comes a point in time where we're allowed to give it up. You don't have to dress in a bikini for if you want to dress in a bikini forever, okay. But we don't have to do all that stuff forever. And it's kind of like Tiny at your age and your status, it's okay to go ahead and be a wonderful, noble, beautiful elder and not have to wear a bikini. She had a joint in her mouth. It's like, girl, you are not 25. You are not
Right.
30. You're not even 40. Come on. Come on. It's all right. It's all right. Come on. No, I
Right.
got a good extra wig. Monica, I'm good for my wigs. I got a good extra wig. I'll sit her down, make her some tea, get her a nice brooch. I can hook her up. I can hook her up.
She need.
And
I'm listen. If you're listening, Tiny, reach out to
yeah,
Gemini.
reach out, Tiny. Come on now. Come on. Bring that beeper pen that you had in that one video from back in the day. I liked it, that pen. I always wanted one. But anyway. And then
Oh.
R. Kelly, we all know that from Sparkle's book, that the one who's, I think it was Sparkle who wrote the book, in which she described how one of the last victims that R. Kelly picked up, and excuse me, last alleged victims R. Kelly had picked up, he had actually programmed to act like a boy. He gave her a female name, had cut her hair short, had her acting like a male. And within Sparkle's book, there was many scenes in which she described certain activities associated with the bumper end of men. You know what I'm saying? Like, the back end of men. That he often would ask women to do to him using various objects.
Oh.
That's what Sparkle said in her book, I believe.
Oh.
So it's not outside the realm of possibility that he
Mhm.
actually may have engaged in relations with someone, a man, or in this case, a boy.
Mhm.
And that McDonald's is famous. So we all know that he had been running around that McDonald's for a long time. That was one of his
Yeah.
primary pickup spots.
Mhm.
So it's just not outside the realm of possibility. Now, could R. Kelly, as Wiley was bringing up, could R. Kelly get off? I think R. Kelly could get off and not, he might not get prosecuted for all of the charges in regards to, um, let's say, non consensual adult activities. But even if he doesn't get charged with those, everything else, human trafficking, drug
Mhm.
possession, various other things, I think they would attempt to prosecute him on. And Wiley, just to acknowledge a point you brought up earlier about you wanting to see everybody around him being prosecuted, I do as well. Because even some of those people who had the nerve to sit up there and talk in a documentary, especially that white woman manager, she was like a manager or something, that white woman, and she was sitting up there in that documentary just talking, oh, I saw this and he did that and this. And I was thinking to
Mhm.
myself, if they don't put the cuffs on you after they take off this
Right.
microphone.
Yep.
So,
Uh,
yeah, that's all I got to say. It's good to see you, Monica and Wiley.
oh.
I'm gonna be watching you both. I'm gonna try to be more reliable, and so that's all I got to say.
Thank
We
you.
love you and appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too, hon. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye. He always adds some inspiration. Hey, Norris.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Wiley.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm,
How you
I'm
doing, sweetheart?
I'm frustrated that I missed the show earlier. I took a nap earlier, so I couldn't catch it earlier. I'm like, I ain't gonna miss it tonight.
I know that's right.
But yeah, The baby, he a clown. He's a fool. You know, when he open his mouth, he don't think before he speaks. You know, he just say whatever is on his mind, and I don't think he should be canceled. I just think he need to think before he speaks. He need to watch what he say, because one day he might say the wrong thing, and you know, people might really consider canceling him. So he need to learn a lesson from this backlash.
Mm-hmm.
And T.I., Mr. Sewer Rat, he looked like, you know, the cows that sucked his head. You know, the way his hair looking nappy with them naps. He looked like he got a bunch of naps on the top of his head. He need to be trying to defend himself against them allegations. That's what he need to be doing. He don't need to be in no videos. You know, trying to come to nobody's defense. And them pictures of him and Tiny, they look like both look like hot messes on crack. They look horrible. It's like, why would you sit up there and post pictures like that? It's like, seriously, y'all are not in your 20s. Y'all are not model looking material.
Far from it.
Yeah, you go somewhere and sit down and try to come up with a defense team that can make them allegations go away. It's like, they're still out there. You know, what are you going to do about them? You know, it's like you need to be focusing on that, getting that monkey off your back before you be trying to put them kind of pictures out there and defending other people. So their priorities are in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You would think so, with all the cases and stuff they're facing and charges, and you know, just a lot going on for them.
Yeah, but I figure that they doing this mess just to take their mind off of it. But shoot, you can't. It's hard to take your mind off of something like that.
Right? You would think so. Very well said.
If you're gonna post something like that, you know, post something that give people a reason to think that you're good people, that you're role models, that you're at least citizens, good citizens, and that you're not capable of doing what these victims are saying. But R. Kelly, I think he, is guilty. He probably didn't hurt all of those victims, but I believe he hurt a lot of them because he's not innocent. He did something he had no business doing, because if he was completely innocent, they wouldn't be these allegations wouldn't continue to pop up years later. I mean, year after year. I mean, it just
right.
Over the years, people that came and said that he didn't did something to them. It's like, you did something. You did something that you had no business doing. You caught, sir. You should have got help a long time ago. Dealing with your childhood.
I think they tried to get him help, but it just was never successful because he wasn't ready.
Yeah, well, now he possibly got to be ready to go to jail or stay in jail, should I say, or prison.
Do you think he's going to ever get out?
No, it don't seem like. I mean, he might if he lucky like Bill Cosby. But them women, well, I was going to say them women was white, but he still got out, so.
And it happened so long ago. That was in the 70s, too. So a lot of women changed their stories and just things weren't adding up. So, yeah, this is a lot different.
Yeah. And then Dr. Dre, good. He getting what he deserved. That woman that been with him for 20-something plus years. She needs some money. She deserves some money.
Oh, she went through a lot. I agree.
Women that he didn't abuse, like Miss Chalet and the other woman, before her. So, yeah, he deserved to get what's coming to him. I'm surprised he's not behind bars.
Yeah, he allegedly beat, not allegedly, this is true, right? He denies beating Miss Chalet, but she says it was mercilessly, just really, really bad. Put her in the hospital, broke ribs, black eyes, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Hopefully, well, you would think that he changed since he didn't went through what he went through in the hospital. So hopefully he didn't change.
Hopefully. Is he still with the girl from Love and Hip Hop?
They say he is. They say he her sugar daddy.
Oh, I haven't seen them out after that first time, right, Wiley?
Yeah. Oh, no, they came out again, right?
Did they?
It was an article that said that they did recently.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to go find those photos. Okay.
She was talking about it online. April showing off her new look.
Oh, really? He was showing her. He was showing her off.
She was. April was.
Oh, okay. Okay. I gotta go check. I gotta keep up. I gotta go check that out.
She's on
Norris.
Instagram.
Okay. Norris, thank you so much for calling in, my love. We appreciate you.
I appreciate the both of you too, and like I said, it'd be good for y'all two to be together because there'd be less drama and less chaos.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. All right, my love. You have a great evening. Okay.
You too. Thanks for
Okay.
taking the call.
You're welcome. Anytime. Anytime for you.
I
Bye.
like the video.
Okay. Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and add Sunshine to the chat. Hey, Sunshine.
But yeah,
Oh, I think she had a TV on. I'm gonna add Iconic Intercessor. Hey, Iconic.
Oh, hello, Monica. You caught me multitasking.
Okay, sorry.
Well, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Good. Now, concerning R. Kelly, and I have been walking around just carrying things, I'm talking about for many eons. I really didn't want to reveal where I live, but I am in Chicago. I'm a North Sider.
Are you in a good neighborhood?
Oh, for sure. That's the whole key. People don't understand. You doing all this complaining, just move to the other side, okay? get out the warfare. Well, we'll say allegedly, but it really is not allegedly. And concerning R. Kelly, I had a good friend in the church world that was kind of like, like maybe like the Whitney Houston, Mickey Howard type of thing. She was trying to cross over and just leave the church world to get into the secular arena. And she was connected with R. Kelly.
Oh.
She even brought him to our church there. Oh my God. This whole experience was grueling and unreal. And if I didn't know her, I would think this lady was lying and making it up. The horror stories she would report to me and the way he did her. She didn't even make it to the main line because she wouldn't do half the rituals he wanted her to do. And by now I've established hopefully enough connection with you where you would know I'm not making this up. And it changed my relationship with God because I started praying for her and fasting for her. She was in such a level of danger dealing with this idiot. And he had the big house out. I don't know if it was Flossmoor, Illinois. It was in the rich neighborhood. And he would try to hold her hostage. But by us being spiritual warfare specialists and her mother being saved, we wasn't having it. So we would go into warfare. There would be police called. And it was just like a whole fight. The whole time she was messing with this nut. It's almost like she didn't have her mind. And he messed over her gift and he messed over her talent because she's just as anointed as Whitney or somebody. And because she wouldn't do all these vulgar things that he wanted her to do, which a lot of them do that. Not only R. Kelly, she couldn't get contracts with him. If she did get something out to a DJ, he would crush it because she didn't do something vulgar with him. I know about those people because she would tell me about those people. And I think I'm the one that prayed all those women out of that mess. I know a lot about his wife. So she went through some things, but she was a hot mess too, okay? The two become one flesh.
Did you just pray? Did you call the cops while you were praying?
Well, her mother. I got her mother to do all that. That's why she didn't get entangled. She was supposed to be one of those women that probably would have been ended up in one of those rooms or be held hostage. And then we would have her on fast. So he hated her because the mess that he would do concerning her would backfire. Literally, that's why she was such a challenge to him. So we would have her shutting it in the church, spiritual warfare. Our leader would be which knew his dad, because he said there was a lot of R. Kelly's problem. Our leader knew R. Kelly's dad, who was saved. Let me move forward here. A lot of R. Kelly's problem is rooted in a lot of things that went on in the church, and then even dishonest church people who should have been looking over his souls, they were starstruck and trying to get the bag. So he was actually in my congregation. When he would come into our congregation, they would almost worship him. And I'm a deliverance minister. I was like, this man is weird. He needs prayer. Why are you guys trying? They wanted him to work with the youth. I was like, the devil is a liar. I knew it in my spirit. I was like, no, he will not work with the. I went on a long fast. I'm like, either he gonna get saved to get out of here. I just knew, and that was before even my connection with the young lady I'm telling you about. But it's like I never felt comfortable with him, but I was even angrier at the leaders, because when he would show up to church, and this is a deliverance ministry, idiots. When he was not you, that's what I thought about them. I'm like, you idiots! This man needs to be delivered. He needs his soul to be saved, and you guys are trying to get the bag from him. So I feel a part of me feels sorry for Mr. Kelly, because there were times when he could have gotten what he needed had the spiritual leaders not been greedy, had they looked at him as a soul, and he needed to be sunned. And they were looking at him like he didn't have nothing they lead. I even told one of my leaders, I said, what does this man have that you need other than money, which you could get on from somewhere else? So it was just a big mess. He would come to, and we were being accused of called jealous. They made the elders get up off a whole row so him and his whole team could have the road that the elders. Why they think that's that's what I'm saying, Lonnie. But you know, I'm an OG. I'm like, I ain't moving. I remember one time I didn't even get up and move, and then they had a meeting with me. I'm like, well, I'm gonna move for them, but now when they get, I'm a deliverance worker. Have them come to the altar so we can pray. I'm not getting up and giving up my tail for them. Yeah, so I had real experiences, and so a part of my heart goes out to him. I said he had all that. He was around all those people that could have cast those devils out of him, and dealt. I'm serious, and dealt with them mess. But they tried to get in his pocketbook. And they gonna pay when they stand before God. The blood is gonna be on them. They probably gonna bust hell wide open, and R. Kelly gonna end up in heaven because of what they. I kid you not. I'm like, that was the God is sending this man here and his team to be delivered, and you guys are trying to rob his bank account. This is ridiculous. Just needy. Oh, I'm sorry, Monica.
No, child. No, the devil is. Rhonda said it. The devil is very busy. Okay.
So that I have been waiting just to share that, and I'm so glad my friend came out of it. She's now a teacher, and but see, is with the mind. It's like he knows how to get into a person's mind. He had her mind. She was walking around booty to the wind, half crazy, and didn't even know it. So we had to protect her spirit and her mind. So he definitely knows how to control a person's mind. And he had a sister, the sister that they claim molested him. She was a part of the church team. And I was wondering, I have discernment. I have discernment. It's something about me. I never liked her. And they accused me of being carnal and evil. I'm like, Monica, I kid you. And it was just something about her. I just never liked her. And I couldn't. And then when it came out in the news, I'm like, And I would get mad when she would touch people and pray over people. I'd be like, get your hands off of them. You know, that was my discernment.
Right.
So that's it. I was going to comment about Ray and all the rest of them, but I'll let it go now. We didn't say a whole lot about but it ain't allegedly. Stuff that you hear about him is either true or almost close to it. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. All right. Thank you, my love. Thank you for calling in and sharing that story with us. I was living in the crazy times, child. Crazy times. Let me go ahead and add Sunshine West into the chat. Hey, Sunshine.
Hey, Monica.
How you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, girl, I got some things to say, and I just want to say allegedly. Okay, everything I say is allegedly. Okay, now R. Kelly, right? Everybody knew what type of man he was when he did what he did to Aaliyah. You know, nobody ever like it was, I guess, put underneath the burners. But everybody know Aaliyah was underage when he married her, and I do believe that the only reason why he married her is because he messed with her when he was underage, and that was a way to make it not seem like it was, uh, that word that we ain't supposed to say on things, you know. Okay, now as far as T.I. and Tiny is concerned, I wanted to go to Atlanta, but I won't because even in Brooklyn, I'm afraid of the white van.
Wait, what now? You afraid of the what?
Hold up, like I don't know where they at. I don't know where they at. So I'm in Brooklyn. I see the white van, and somebody tried to talk to me in a white van, and you know what? I just kept it moving because I don't know if you allegedly related to them or down with them, or if you know they might be in other being that they in other states, they might be in mine. Okay, so look out for the white vans. Okay. Now, as far as Tiny, what happened to her face? Now I know I'm not the most beautiful woman in the world, but damn, what happened to her face? And then did her butt just recently drop out of place? How she get her booty back in place in time for the verses? Cause I saw it like fall, like they tried to make it seem like her booty didn't just fall out, but it did. But it was back in play for verses. Now she ain't really do much because I guess she was healing. But did the people in the basement take her booty? I don't know. Maybe that's what happened. You know, it was the people in the basement. You know, you got to free the people in the basement, allegedly. And maybe your bunkie might hold up once you get your new implants. This shit is crazy. But did you see her on Versus? She didn't stand up. She sat her ass down. Because if she would have tried to do more, her bunkie would have fell out again. She tried to pretend like her bunkie didn't fell out. For everybody who was watching that video, no, her bunkie fell out and she couldn't catch it. Neither could Carly Red or whatever that other chick name who got the fake bunkie. Yeah, they couldn't catch that shit when it fell out. It was on camera. Everybody seen it. Y'all tried to make it seem like we didn't see what we saw. But we know what the hell we saw. I had on all my 4 eyes, and I know both of y'all bunkies fell out. Okay, so we already know y'all went to places where y'all shouldn't have went to get y'all bunkies done. And that's all I had to say. Thank you for having me on. I'm glad you're still on here, Monica. I love you. Wally, you good. You know what I'm saying? I don't really trust you so much, but I think you're good. I think you're good for Monica. Okay. I got my eyes on you, Wally.
He's good, people. He's good. Wiley's.
Like
You can
I
trust
said,
him.
I got my
He's
eyes
family.
on you, Wally.
Wiley's
Do good by my Monica, okay?
Yes.
All right, that's all I got to say now. I got to go to sleep. I got to work in the morning.
Okay, my love.
Love
Get your
y'all.
rest. Love you too.
I will.
She is something else. She's I'm gonna add Mello. Oh, Mello, where you go? There you go. Hey, Mello.
Hey, Monica, how you doing?
Good. How you doing, girl?
I'm good. Hi, Wiley. How you doing?
That's so wonderful.
This is so funny today. First, let me talk about, since I'm from Chicago, but I'm from Peoria. But I remember, like, back in the day when R. Kelly and Aaliyah was doing their thing. But we also got to remember Jay-Z and Aaliyah was together. Damian Dash and Aaliyah was together. So why aren't they also being talked about? You know what I'm saying?
Good
A lot of this
point.
stuff go deep. It goes deep when it comes down to a lot of this, and why is it just his name? Like, why they only waited till that movie came out to really bring R. Kelly up? And I think that if he do stay in jail, a lot of other people gonna have to go with him, to be serious.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that.
And I heard that Jay-Z was in the studio when some of the girls was there. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
And it was a whole lot of rappers. Because you got to understand, R. Kelly wasn't just a singer. He was a producer,
Yeah.
a writer for a lot of artists.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say right there.
Yeah.
A lot of them saw a lot.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And like the girl that he peed on, and a couple of other girls, because in Illinois we got the video.
Yeah,
Right.
we did the video, yeah.
They were selling that at the swap meet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
On the
yeah,
street.
yeah.
On the
You didn't
street.
have to go to the swap meet. You can just go, and your cousin got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
damn.
they're burning and give it to, because everybody was like, "This ain't R. Kelly." Oh yeah, it was R. Kelly with the wood all downstairs with the wood background and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And he took her parents, still took her back.
Yeah.
So a lot of these women, parents were prostituting the kids.
Yes,
For
they
real.
was.
I mean, seriously, they knew what was going on.
Absolutely.
Mm-mm-mm.
And it's sad. It's really sad to know that how many of these young ladies and ladies now are ruined
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Scarred.
Yeah.
Very
Deep,
sorry.
deep scarred.
And
Yeah.
who knows who they scarred.
Absolutely.
Right. Right. It's a perpetual cycle and it's very sad.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Tiny, I love Tiny. I'm not, because I grew up in that era where everybody was coming out, you know what I'm saying? And Tiny she was always cute. I just think her nose everybody used to say she had a pig nose, but all she needed was a nose job. Because when them butts, all that stuff, it comes and goes, like the big boobs, the big butts. And now really your own body is all you need.
Mm.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I love you guys. I get
Love
on
you.
it. We all go through, like, you never know what people go through, and y'all make me laugh all the
Thank
time.
you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
So I
Thank you. I
love you
appreciate
guys.
that, Mello. We love you too.
All
We love
right.
you too. All right. You have a good evening and
You
thank you for
too.
calling in.
You're
Thanks.
welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Shout out to the Chicago callers because I'm thinking about moving back to Chicago. I'm going to move on the north side. I was thinking about it, but shout out to the Chicago. I miss home. Shout out to Chicago.
Y'all got some good pizza out there too. Like
It's
dish
good pizza, good
Ooh.
chicken, good men, good women. Is weed legal? You could see Obama house when he moved, where he was in the park. You can see the McDonald's. It's so much. I miss Chicago. Because to me, I'm still a stranger in Texas. Like, I do not go anywhere at all. I just miss Chicago. So I think once my lease is up, I might move back to Chicago.
You should. You should be where you find happiness. Go where it's going to make you happy. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Somebody said Kermit and Miss Piggy. That ass popping like a flat tire on a bike. Oh Lord. Sunshine, that's okay, boo. She's a mess. She said, sorry I had to hang up. I think Giselle's hot box canceled my Wi-Fi. Just be careful, Wally. There's a lot of gang violence out there too.
Don't get me wrong, it's really dangerous. And it's been like that for decades. This did not just happen. But it's just home, I miss dodging bullets and going to get me a piece of puff and some chicken wings.
You a mess.
I really miss that. Like, oh my gosh.
Now, when I think of Chicago, I like to see those high rises looking over that lake. the
Yes.
lake and the steakhouses, right? Y'all got
Oh
some
my
good ass steakhouse
yes.
houses out there. Yeah, yeah.
Do you watch? I want to ask you one. Do you watch The Shy that on Showtime? Do you watch
You
that
know,
show?
is it good?
Oh, good. Oh my. No, no. That's my
Really?
stuff. I'm telling you, and you need to watch Sex Tales 2 on Netflix. I don't know if you
Okay.
watch that either. Ooh, them some. I be at home. I be watching them shows, but The Shy is my show.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I got Netflix. I do have that. I will check it out. Wally, do you want to add anything before we head out of here?
This was wonderful. I'm glad to just be here, and yes, it's just awesome just to be here. Yes, it's just awesome. Yeah, I want to say that. Oh yeah, when Oprah left, I never went, to, and I was so sad. I always wanted to go to the Oprah show, but once Oprah left, we all felt that. I miss waking up at 9 o'clock in my drawers, eating my cereal,
Watching
watching
Oprah.
Oprah. Oh my God, that was the days. Oh my God,
Yeah, that
yeah,
was the best. She was something else back in the days.
she
Her
was.
show was so good.
It was
Mhm.
good, and people like it provided a lot for the culture. And she was a little ratchet back in the day. She,
Oh yeah, she didn't play around. And Wally, are you going live after this show?
Yes, I might go live after the show, but I'm looking at CNN. But yeah, I might go live and talk about some things. But if I don't, I will resume in the morning.
Okay. All right. Y'all click on your notifications.
Yeah.
Wally may go live. You don't want to miss him. His shows are always epic. You know that. He delivers.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna go do some laundry.
Yes, and I'm gonna actually
Do
do
some
some
laundry.
chicken breasts and
Mm,
chicken for me.
mm,
I mean, in the air fryer because I am like super hungry. I'm trying to be on this diet, don't order out, and
mhm.
this healthy living. And oh my God, I just would go for like some fried chicken. I love fried food, fried pork chops, baby
Mm,
ribs.
mm.
Oh,
Now I gotta ask, do you wash your chicken with some vinegar?
no, I'm from the ghetto. I'm from the hood. Put some water. Listen, Monica, you too proper. I don't be putting all that vinegar. Put some water on there. Put some
Uh-huh.
salt, put some seasoning salt. Put some there. Give me some flour. Put it in the bag. Shake it up. Dump it
And
in
you're
the
good to
and dump
go.
it in there. Yeah, I don't do all that stuff that y'all talking about. I'm from the hood.
Oh Lord, now wash the chicken. You gotta wash the chicken in a little vinegar, not salt. Don't use salt. Just a little vinegar, and you wash the chicken off first. I have to, Wally. I'm sorry, I can't eat at your house if you ain't washing the chicken. That's why I asked. I'm like, okay, let me see how he handled that chicken. Oh my
Never heard
goodness.
of vinegar. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I
just
never
you
heard-
wash it. First, you wash the chicken off with water by itself. You wash it
Okay.
thoroughly. Then you soak it in water and some vinegar. Not a lot, maybe a quarter cup, depending on how many pieces you have, for about 5 minutes. Then you wash that off and you soak it in cold water again. Let me tell you something. You see all that residue and that nasty stuff rise to the top. Ooh, ooh,
I am
ooh.
not. I'll be too hard. Listen.
Mhm.
Please send me a seasoned wife in her late 40s, early 50s, maybe mid 60s, where you got a big bank account and you can cook. Hit me up at my DM. I am single and ready to mingle.
I know that's right. And you handsome too. And he can cook. Okay. All right. Just saying. All right. Well, do you have anything else to add?
No,
Any
this is
drama going on? Anything you want to address or you want me to address? 'Cause I know you love me addressing some stuff.
no, it's like no, but this the thing, you guys. They went for okay. They want to private investigate Monica. Now they want to do it personal. I'm like, hold up. Now you want to be a private investigator. You got all the Monicas wrong. So you got okay. Let me tell you, sis, I'm warning you. That's dangerous. If you trying to do it where people personalize people on the DL, okay, you go ahead with that. That's it. I wouldn't do that. I would not try to expose people and do all that. It's really, really dangerous because everybody's not like that Monica that you expose. They'll pull up to your house. Like I'm not, but you probably get the wrong information in the first place because you got it wrong about Monica.
Well, I have been 8 different people. I mean, which is
Yes.
so
Now they want to go in business, so they want to be a private investigator. You crazy. If
Mm.
you hire her try to have your man cheating, she gonna find it
Oh.
wrong. She gonna have you break it up with your man because she gonna have the story all the way wrong, the wrong person. This is gonna be incredible.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And you got to do it legally too. As a private investigator, you
Yes.
can't have warrants out on you. That's
Right,
number
warrant,
one.
and then you online, you stream it out. That's not private investigator. That's just trash.
You can't be wanted by the police if you're trying to be a private investigator. That's rule number one. Rule number two, you have to have a clean record, a clean background, right? You got to be able to pass a fingerprint. You got to do fingerprints.
Yes. It's the whole process. You're right about that.
Yeah, it's
The
a whole
license.
FBI background check.
You're right.
Oh Lord, this stuff. You can't make this shit up, Holly. You can't.
You cannot. It's like,
You
oh my
can't.
God, really? Yes.
Oh goodness. Goodness gracious. All right, y'all. We gonna
It's just amazing to be here, like for us doing these shows. And shout out to the people here. This is really good.
Yeah, very, very good. Very therapeutic too. People come on here and say, Monica, the show, Wiley, you guys make me laugh. You make me smile. But you, Wiley, you teacups, y'all make me laugh. You give me, inspiration. So thank you.
Oh yeah.
All right, y'all. We're gonna call it a night. Teacups, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I ask that you please like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. Wiley, where can they find you?
YouTube, The Wiley Show, Instagram, The Wiley Show. We go live every single day. And I just want to thank all the new subscribers that came over. So thank you. So
Yes.
The Wiley Show, thank you so much for the support, everybody.
Praise God for that. That makes me so happy, Wiley. The road to 40K. I feel
Yes.
it. I
Yes.
can see it.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yes. And you will get it. You will have that
Oh,
soon.
absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mods, thank you so much for holding down the chat. Everyone that sent in a super chat or a cash up, I want to thank y'all so very much for helping me keep the lights on. I want y'all to stay safe and be blessed. Well, you and I will be back here tomorrow night. Well, maybe 9 p.m. Eastern this time, tomorrow. Yeah, I think that works. All right, y'all. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye.